Hello everyone! Welcome back to our virtual class. My name is Cristina Cebanu and I am an English language teacher. So today we are going to study a new topic, jobs. Today during the lesson we are going to practice the pronunciation of some English sounds, learn the new vocabulary about jobs and use it in some sentences, revise and practice the use of present simple tense. Okay, now from the very beginning we will be exploring how to pronounce the final S. In English, there are three ways to pronounce the final S: Z, S, is. So let's pronounce the final letter S correctly. Are you ready? Let's begin. Plays, lives, does, drives, jobs. Acts, speaks, makes, wants, students. And the last sound is. Manages, teaches, watches, washes, and responses. Now, let's practice reading the sentences. Anne writes letters every month. Actors act in films. Boys want to be pilots. Nick's father teaches pupils. My mother makes tasty cakes. The houses in our villages are lovely. A shop assistant sells things. From the very beginning we shall learn new vocabulary, so take a look at the screen and repeat along with me. So the first word is actor. Actor is a person whose profession is acting on the stage, in films or on television. Let's see an example. We tend to see film and television actors through all of their previous performances. So the next word is nurse. A nurse is a person trained to care for the sick person, especially in a hospital. Let's see an example. His mother was a nurse at the local hospital. So we continue with the word economist. Economist is a person who studies or has special knowledge in economics. So let's see an example. He is chief economist at the Bank of Ireland. So the following word is journalist. Journalist is a person who writes news stories or articles for a newspaper or magazines. So let's see the example. The journalist took notes through the interview. So the next word is musician. Musician is a person who is skilled in playing music, usually as a job. An example. Our next act is a very talented young musician. So the next word is the word teacher. Teacher is a person whose job is to teach in a school or in college. Let's see an example. It takes a lot of enthusiasm and love for children to make a good teacher. Okay, the next one is baker. Baker is a person whose job is to make bread and cakes for sale or to sell bread or cakes. Let's see the example. The baker across the street makes wonderful cakes. The next one is the word barber. A barber is a man whose job is cutting men's hair. Let's see the example. John works as a barber. Okay, another one is the word shop assistant. Shop assistant is a person who serves customers in a shop. Let's see the example. She works as a shop assistant in a department store. And the last one is the word driver. Driver is someone who drives a vehicle. So let's see the example. The driver stopped the bus at the bus station. Now, let's practice a little bit the new vocabulary. So, match the columns and make up sentences. Here we have the list of the new vocabulary. As for example, we have here an actor, a nurse, an economist, a journalist, a musician, a teacher, a baker, a barber, a shop assistant, and a driver. Let's make up sentences with these words. So the first one, an actor, acts in films or on a stage. Okay, let's see. A nurse looks after sick people in hospital. An economist is an expert in economics. A journalist writes for newspaper. A musician plays a musical instrument. A teacher teaches students. A baker makes bread. A barber cuts hairs, of course. A shop assistant sells things. And the last one is a driver drives a car or bus. Now let's read a short dialogue about Tina and Mike. Okay, are you ready? Let's begin. Tina, what is your brother going to be? He is going to be a doctor. Tina, so he will treat people. I think it's wonderful. What do you want to be when you grow up? Mike, I want to write programs for computers. Tina, most boys like programming and computers. Mike, and you, Tina? Tina, I would like to write for newspaper. Now, let's answer to some questions. So the first question is, what is Tina going to be when she grows up? Okay, think about it and let's see the correct answer. Tina is going to be a journalist. She wants to write for newspapers. Okay, you are right. Let's see the next question. What is Mike going to be when he grows up? Let's see the correct answer. Mike is going to be a programmer. He wants to write programs for computers. And the last question is for you. What are you going to be when you grow up? I think you will choose a good profession for your future job. Okay, now let's revise the present simple tense. What is present simple tense? The simple tense is when you use a verb to tell about things that happen continually in the present, like every day, every week, or every month. We use the simple present tense for anything that happens often or is factual. Let's see the example of the affirmative form of the present simple tense. Are you ready? Let's begin. I read every day. You read every day. He, she, it reads every day. We read once a week. You read once a week. And they read at home. As you can notice, in the third person singular, the verb takes s at the end. Exception of this rule are when a verb ends in s, x, sh or ch, o, or after y in a number of situations. In these cases, we need to add es just like in these sentences. So let's see some examples. He watches television. He washes the dishes. She fixes radios. He misses his girlfriend. She goes to school. She does his homework. He studies English. Now, let's see some rules for the third person singular, he, she, it. In general, when we add only s, for example, work, works, eat, eats, play, plays, swim, swims, write, writes. Verbs ending in consonant plus y, we add IES. Study, studies, cry, cries, try, tries, spy, spies, fly, flies. And let's see the third column. Verbs ending in O, SH, TCH, X, double S, we add ES. So let's see the examples. Go, goes, wash, washes, watch, watches, mix, mixes, kiss, kisses. Okay, very good. Now let's read the text and add S or ES. So Tina is in the fifth form. Every day she come, missing letter, home at 2 o'clock. She has lunch and do her homework. She like to help her mother too. She clean the table, wash the dishes and sweep the floor in the kitchen. Sometimes she go shopping. So now let's see the correct answer. Tina is in the fifth form. Every day she comes home at 2 o'clock. So we add here S. She has lunch and does her homework. Here we add ES. She likes to help her mother too. Here we add S. She cleans the table, washes the dishes, and sweeps the floor in the kitchen. Sometimes she goes shopping. So we add here ES. Okay, now let us read this saying. Ask yourself if what you are doing today is getting closer to where you want to be tomorrow. So if you want something to be done well, do it yourself. Make the right decision. And as a recommendation, you can write about your future job and share it with your friends. Thank you for attention. Goodbye.